Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Big baby Jarrell Miller has failed the P.E.D test. Now, this is according to Dan Raphael and ESPN. Now, they're basically stating that big baby Jarrell Miller tested positive for a banned substance called GW1516 ahead of his scheduled fight against Anthony Joshua. This is according to sources with knowledge close to ESPN. This fight was supposed to take place on June 1st at Madison Square Garden. And the funny thing is that, big baby Jarrell Miller was calling Anthony Joshua a P.E.D cheat and saying that he needed, he's probably juicing, and that's the rumors. But the thing is, Anthony Joshua has never failed any of these drugs tests. The fact is, Anthony Joshua has proven and shown himself to be a very clean fighter. And the weird thing about this is big baby Jarrell Miller, really, most people say he wasn't really deserving of this shot. He got it by default because of the Dillian White fell through, and the fact that Deontay Wilder is clearly ducking Anthony Joshua, the fact that Tyson Fury is pricing himself out of the fight. So the fact that no one really wants to fight Anthony Joshua, big baby Jarrell Miller got this fight by default. So at the end of the day, big baby Jarrell Miller is going to cost himself millions of dollars should this fight not happen and should it not go through. Now, I can tell you a few times about things happening. So if you look at this in this situation, and as far as him failing this drug test, there's two likely scenarios that I believe that's going to be the outcome of this. The first scenario is that the big baby Jarrell Miller Anthony Joshua fight is done. Anthony Joshua is going to end up fighting a replacement fighter, someone who's on standby who will take big baby Jarrell Miller's place, and big baby Jarrell Miller will be suspended of some sort. He'll face some sort of suspension and backlash and fines and all these other things, and he will miss out on the biggest payday of his career and the biggest opportunity of his career because he took a banned substance. That is the first scenario. That is option one. Option two is Anthony Joshua may overlook this, and things may still happen to where they're still able to take this fight, and this fight could still happen. That's option two. And we've seen that happen with Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder. Maybe there's a good reasoning for this. Maybe there's a great explanation for this. Maybe there's a purpose as to why this substance was found. Maybe there was there was something that's not yet known. So I'm not quick to rush to judgment on this, but if big baby Jarrell Miller did fail the drugs test and he was intentionally juicing to get an edge on Anthony Joshua, then the joke's really on him, because he's going to miss out on the biggest and best opportunity of his entire career. Anthony Joshua is just going to fight a replacement fighter and move on. At the end of the day, I was looking forward to this fight. I know a lot of fans were. This was going to be a fantastic fight, especially with all the the smack talk and hype build up. But it's just very interesting that something like this would happen. And this just shows you the level people will go to avoid Anthony Joshua. The level people will go when they have to step into the ring to face a guy such as Anthony Joshua. People try to make fun of him and say, oh, he's this and he's that. But you see guys are taking P.E.Ds to avoid fighting Anthony Joshua, or at least avoid fighting him fairly. You see guys like Deontay Wilder is turning down $100 million contract to avoid stepping in the ring. Generational wealth. So this shows a lot about what's going on in the sport of boxing. This goes to show you a lot about what's going on with Anthony Joshua, and he's probably the boogeyman of the heavyweight division and the most feared man at the top of boxing at that point. But once again, Unbiased as always, it's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.